This large collection of books has been specifically written for older kids, 8 to 14-year-olds in particular, who struggle with reading and writing. They follow the popular word chain apps so that here the student is learning how those basic 3-letter words work. Here they learn to process them efficiently and fluently. And then they apply that skill to their reading here in books made up almost exclusively of these words. And then they learn to comprehend here with the scripted guide in this manual. So these ones are the 3-letter words and follow on from the skills developed in this part of word chain 1. These books are made up of words that the kids now know how to read and read properly, no guessing required. What the child has learnt here and here is directly applicable in these books. A's really do make A, E's make E, O's make O, and so on. E, O, A, E, A. There are just 10 other words in this book: a and the, said, so, he and she, to, have, I, and the big word problem that regularly crops up through the collection. A second big word, monster, is introduced later on. This regularity applies to all of the books. Here we move down the app to these basic digraphs here, th, sh, ch, and k, and to the most basic suffixes, ing, id, and e, as in funny. Learn to process them here and then apply them to your reading here. Another vowel here, ay, making a, and a couple more suffixes, particularly all spelt le. The child can then read these words easily, read these books fluently, and focus on comprehension. Then to word chain 2, which applies to these 2 sets here, and is all about blends and simple suffixes. The initial blends get added to the mix here, plus the ng sound of sung, y making I as in cry, o as in grow, and ar. And the final blends here, quite long and sophisticated stories with an even greater focus on comprehension. But these ones are written using just 9 vowels, 9 basic suffixes, initial and final blends, and 20 or 30 of the most common high-frequency words, where, are, come, they, want, you, and the like, and nothing else. By now the follow-up activities in the manual involve writing based upon these books, around 100 books to this point. Then, slowly, one by one, the other vowels come in. The long A sound with the silent E pattern to begin with, then the silent E pattern making I and O, EE and EA, and OR, spelled OR. These follow the skills in word chain 3. More writing activities follow the scripted comprehension. And then these, which introduce the other vowel digraphs sequentially. A spelled AI in this one, O, ow, in its several spellings, the tricky vowels, ear and R and so on, down to OR spelled AW here. These follow word chain 4. And for all of the books, there is a substantial emphasis on comprehension. All books are scripted in the manual, modelling the thinking and strategies that good comprehenders use. Vocabulary development has been built in wherever possible. Most books have a few words that are likely to be unfamiliar, such as this word natter here, inserted in such a way that the children can figure out an approximate meaning. She is such a chatterbox. Most books have follow-up activities based on drawings in the early ones and on writing later on. Straight away you will notice the lack of illustrations, just the barest minimum for the kids to make sense of the story. Kids who struggle have learnt to rely on illustrations to help them figure out words, but if they are ever to become readers, they must do away with that prop and learn to interpret the letters on the page as good readers do. But they need reading material that allows them to do that. The videos that follow this will give you a peek inside the books.